Okay. Well, I guess I'll just start my video right now then. Before the lighting kind of goes away, because I really love this natural lighting, you guys. I think I'm going to start filming in here a little more. For those of you guys who are wondering which room I am in, this is my closet room. And this is a room that I actually don't really get to spend a lot of time in, only when I have an event or I'm actually going to dress up, because half the time I'm always dressed like a homeless anyways. And then my glam room is across the house, and I feel like I spend more time in the glam room than I do any other room, because whenever I do want to feel pretty, like I'll just go in there to do my makeup or whatever. But most of the time, you guys, I look like a homeless most of the time. Anyways, you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be so different than any other video that I have uploaded here on my channel. It has been a long-awaited life update. I can't remember the last time I've done one of these. Possibly maybe 3-4 years since I first started my YouTube channel. It's been a really long time, right?
I think we were living in Corona.
No, before I even got with you.
A life update?
Yeah,
No,
I used to do life updates before I got with you.
Life update when
I was pregnant.
Right.
Yeah, but before I did that life update and before I got with Emmanuel, I feel like I had more of a relationship with you guys, and I was always so confident online, and I didn't really feel like scared to talk about certain things. And now, as I have been getting older and things like that, and my social media platform has grown and my YouTube channel has grown, it's bittersweet, because back in the day it used to be just all love. Like everybody would like fuck with me, and I'm not saying that people don't fuck with me now, but it's kind of like I have so many more followers now than I did back in the day. So now it's like love and hate, so I had to get used to the love and hate. And I know so many of you guys are going to sit here and say, but Jenny, you know, you receive more love than you do hate, so stop focusing on the hate. But it's easier said than done. And I mean, I'm here today and I'm starting to take steps forward and get used to this new life. And also, you guys know that we started Batty B Lashes about 1.5 years ago, and that's also been taking up a lot of my time. I never knew that having your own company and your own brand would take up so much time out of your personal life, out of your work life. Well, I mean, that's work life, right? And I'm sad because like I realized that I don't really get to spend. I'm over here like getting emotional. Let me collect my thoughts and sip on this coffee really quick.
I feel like before it was more personal because your audience was much smaller.
And I think that's why I'm getting like emotional, because like back then I feel like I was a stronger person. I mean, obviously I'm like strong now, you know, but life just throws crazy things at you, and sometimes like you think you'll be the strongest person ever, but in reality, I mean, we're all human and we all feel certain things. So it's just getting used to this new life and moving forward, and still being able to spend time with your family, and still being a good mom, and still being a good wife, and still having a relationship with you guys. And what I was saying earlier was that I feel sad that I'm not able to spend as much time with you guys as I used to back in the day. It's just because like we've been dealing with a lot on our plate. I don't know why I'm emotional. I think that's why like I've been kind of avoiding the life update, because I knew this is gonna happen. I feel like I've been needing this detox for weeks and weeks and months, and honestly it's been years that I've been wanting to like sit down and just be open with you and talk to you like more on a personal level. And because I'm the type of person that bottles everything in, so when I bottle everything in, I feel like eventually I'm just gonna burst. And I cry over everything, you guys. Like I cry watching King Kong, like I cry watching Lifetime movies, like, so you know, this is nothing new. I'm gonna grab a tissue really quick. I'll be right back. We also have a new member of our family. I abandoned him, I want to say like 4 years ago. I got him before I actually got pregnant of Manny, and it was just me and Emmanuel, and I really wanted a little Yorkie dog. So I bought him, but then when I got pregnant, my symptoms were really bad, and I was just like throwing up all over the place, and we couldn't take care of Charlie. So I gave him to my parents, and then my parents were watching him for like 3 years, 4 years.
Probably like 3 years, like 3
good years. So he was like pretty much a homeless dog. because he lived outside. I mean, my parents took really good care of him. I'm not saying, Mom, if you're watching this, I'm not saying that you didn't take care of him good. They fucking were great parents to him, and my dad even bought clippers to start like trimming him and things like that. So the last time that we went to my parents, I just felt really sad, and me and Emmanuel have been trying to get a new dog recently, and I don't know, just the thought of starting with a new puppy and having to train them again, and it's a lot of work, and our schedules don't really allow that.
And like,
so
how are we gonna get a new dog and have a dog over there at your mom's?
Yeah, like how are we gonna have our abandoned first child like at my mom's, and we're over here trying to get her a dog? So the last time we went to my mom's house, like I felt so sad when I saw him, because he was just like craving attention so bad, and he's really good with Manny, and Manny's a fucking tremendo kid. So I feel like he's patient with Manny, so he's a good dog. He recently just got his shots again because I lost track of, or I lost the documents. Like, you know, when the vet gives them the shots, like they give you documents or whatever, and then like when you take them to go get groomed, you give them those documents and whatever. He needed to get his shots redone, and he got groomed, so he's good as new, and he is the new member of our family. I feel like it's helped bring us all together. I feel like little Charlie.
I mean, it's good to have like a little fur-bottled pet.
I know, but Emmanuel was like so annoying, because he at first, like, he's a clean freak. Emmanuel showers 3 times a day. He washes his hands like 10 times a day.
No, like 2 times a day.
He didn't really want to have a dog. Like, he kept beating around the bush, and I'm a dog person, so it took me a long time to convince him, but now he's like all enamorado with the dogs.
It's just that I've never been a dog person.
Look at Charlie is a mood right now. I've never seen him so happy before. Pobrecito, he's falling asleep. That's how I'm trying to be. You guys, look, Sol sent me a video of Manny. They're at Romperama right now, because I told him I was gonna film a video, so I was like, y'all need to take his ass out, because when he's here, oh my gosh, he'll be all up in my lipsticks, and it's kind of difficult to film with him. And I know so many of you guys have been wanting for me to film more like daily vlogs with me and Manny, or like what's it like putting Manny to bed, or like a nighttime routine or a morning routine with Manny. So I am actually considering to do those videos, but like in the future. I'm just trying to get on a schedule with like uploading and things like that, and trying to balance out my Batty B schedule and my wife's schedule and my social media schedule. And now we added a new member to our family, so now I gotta keep up with Charlie. And it's crazy because Charlie's literally like a second child. Emmanuel wants to get him neutered, but I don't know. Do you guys have pets that have been neutered in the past? Let me know what that even is for. He says it's for like they can stop being wild, and they'll stop like peeing around the house, but he hasn't peed at all in the house, and yeah, he's like pretty calm.
My main thing is that from what I hear, that it's for that, so they don't mark their territory and start peeing everywhere. But if he doesn't do that, he doesn't have to.
Yeah, it's just because I want to find a cute little Yorkie girl, so that way they can have babies. Like, how cute. Have you ever seen Yorkie puppies? Like,
well, yeah, when we got them.
So cute. Like, I want to see Charlie as a dad. Like, I want to be a grandma so bad.
You want to see Charlie's kids?
I want to see Charlie's little babies. Yeah, because I love puppies. I love puppies so much. And like, I know for a fact, if we see how cute they are, we're going to want to keep a little puppy. And Charlie can be the dad, and he can have a puppy. And who knows, maybe my parents want a puppy. So if you guys have a full-bred Yorkie girl, let us know, so that way she can come over, they can suck and fuck and do what they gotta do, and then you can take her back and she can have her puppies. Because I am so down. Charlie is at a good age for him to have kids. That's why when he mentioned for him to be neutered, I was like, that's messed up.
I wonder if he's a virgin, because he's escaped a few times.
He's a virgin for sure. I think he is. Oh my god. And also, Manny is currently being enrolled for school, and I can't believe he's such a big boy already. I think we have like an appointment to have a follow-up because he's been like getting assessed. I know I always get a lot of questions about why I don't show Manny or things like that, and we decided to take like time off of social media for a few years, honestly, because about a year and a half ago, Manny was diagnosed with autism, and I feel like it was something that kind of was like a shock to everybody, my whole family. I mean, this isn't something that just affects me, it also affects my husband and my immediate family, because at the beginning when I first found out that he was diagnosed with autism, like I had no idea what that was. Like, autism, like what does that even mean, you know? If you guys don't know what autism is, it's pretty much like, how would I explain it to somebody that doesn't know what autism is? I mean, in other words, it's special needs. So he's like a special needs child. He isn't nonverbal. I mean, for those of you guys who know what autism is, like the terminology that I'm going to use is probably like, I mean, you guys know what it is, but for those of you guys who don't, it might be a little confusing. But years after he was diagnosed, I felt like we just needed to take time off of social media, and I didn't want to put him out there because it's just something so intimate that you can't just wake up the next day and be like, oh, you know, like he's autistic, because I was depressed when I found out, you know, so I was kind of going through shit. Emmanuel was going through shit, and I feel like we just needed time for ourselves to kind of recollect ourselves, because Manny was still really young when he was diagnosed. He was like a year and a half, huh?
Yeah, but we already knew.
I knew. You were kind of like, no, he doesn't have it, because he was still so little. Like, he had symptoms, like he would flap when he was excited. He wasn't really making eye contact like as much as other kids were, and since he was an only child and we didn't have other kids around us, like we thought it was normal. Like, oh, like we have a happy, healthy baby, and he was always smiling, and he was just like a normal baby to us, you know? But it wasn't until he wasn't hitting certain milestones and my sister brought something up about like getting him checked, you know what I'm saying? He was officially diagnosed when he was like a year and a half, so he was very, very young. And like I said, I didn't know what autism was, so you know, I was always going to accept my child no matter what. I was like, I'm still gonna love him no matter what. Manny talks now, but he won't like conversate with you. Like, he won't like, oh, like, mommy, let's go to the park. Like, he's just like, he points, or
I mean, he's getting better.
Yeah,
there was a point
like at the very beginning
when I thought it was gonna be bad, like really bad.
Yeah, it was really it was really hard for us.
I feel like he's been doing good, like really good. I think he's gonna be all right. Because you watch videos on YouTube where there's kids like really bad.
Yeah, so
and you're like, fuck.
For those of you guys who have kids with autism, oh my god, like it is very hard, but at the same time it's like very rewarding, because you get to learn a lot about yourself. You learn how to be patient and more understanding and things like that. I'm just happy to finally be talking about it, because I felt like for a long time I didn't really know how to talk about my emotions online, because I don't know, I just felt weird like going online and telling a bunch of people like, oh hey, my son's autistic, because I thought that I was the only one. But you know, recently I've been reading a lot about people who have kids with autism, and that it's something very, very normal. Like, there's a lot of kids who have autism.
Very common, you mean?
And he's 3.5 now. We've had get ourselves together, realize that it's not as bad as we think that it is, and just give him our full-on attention and take him to his therapies, and just making sure that he's happy at all times. I remember back in the day when I used to always talk about Señora Life, like everybody was always like, oh my god, like she complains so much about Señora Life, and I never realized why people were like coming at me like that, you know? It wasn't until after he was diagnosed with autism that I was like, OMG, like this explains a lot. Like, yes, Señora Life is hard for me because Manny requires so much more attention than a normal child, and there's a lot of communication issues. Like, I can't just wake up and be like, hey Manny, like, did you want to have pancakes, waffles, or eggs for breakfast this morning? Did you want apple juice or orange juice? Like, what it is that you want, homie. We have to like adivinar and get to know him more. Like, sometimes I've been making him like a huevito and he don't want that shit, but then I give him a waffle when he wants it, and we're like, okay, like Manny wants a waffle today. He's very picky with eating, so as most kids with autism, they're very picky with eating. And let me know down in the comments below if you have a child with autism and what you do to kind of like cope with it. And I just kind of want to see people conversate in the comments down below, because I feel like I have always wanted to talk to moms who have autistic kids, and it's crazy because I have never once met a mom with someone who has like autism. It was also hard for us too, because like I'm Jenny 69 and I can't just go to any medical clinic, because most of the time, like 80-90% of the time, people at the front desk know me and they want to like take pictures, or they want to like sit and conversate about things, and I just want to go in like a normal human and have my privacy and be able to get my son checked out without feeling uncomfortable, like, oh my god, like someone's gonna leak that man, he's autistic, and I haven't even like been open about it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it was tough, but I mean, it is what it is, and we're here now, and he is such a great kid. Like, oh my god, like I'm so thankful for him. I'm over here like trying not to cry. I mean, both of our families, like, we're really blessed to have our families. I mean, family is everything, because I feel like they've helped us a lot get through with it, you know? And like, you know, senoras, they're fucking patient with kids. They be making sopa every day. So I think it was harder for me too, because I'm an influencer and a brand owner. So, well, I'm not crying of sadness, I'm crying of happiness. Like, I feel like today, well, last night I made a promise to myself to film whenever I want and just talk about things that I want to talk about, you know, like just be more open with my life, my personal stuff, you know. And before I end this video, I wanted to thank each and every one of you who has been taking the time to watch my lives whenever I go on live on Instagram, or even liking my pictures on Instagram, commenting, leaving me sweet comments, and always being there for me whenever I'm down, or even when I'm not in the best mood. Like, I fuck with you guys. Thank you guys for all of the love. I am going to start doing more giveaways. I actually did a giveaway earlier today on my Instagram live, so just stay tuned. I'm gonna try to do a giveaway every single time I do go live. And the rules are always very simple. All you have to do is comment on my last Instagram post and leave me something cute. But that completes today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I guess I will see you all in my next video. Bye.